Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another one of my pick a card videos. Um, I'm so excited to have you guys here. This one kind of just came to me right now, and I was like, I better record it now, otherwise, I don't know when I'll get to it. So, today's pick a card reading is going to be any ancestral trauma that maybe you are healing within your family. Maybe you are. More aware of it. Just what is going to come up. I'm just going to ask any guides, whoever wants to come through with any ancestral trauma that you are healing, that you are bringing to light, that you are that anyone just wants to come. It could be that you kind of know, maybe people don't talk about it in your family. Either way, I thought this was just a really interesting topic. I love looking into our ancestry. I speak to my ancestors. I feel very guided by my ancestors. I think this is why this intrigues me so much. So yeah, as always, we have three piles. Pile one is going to be this blue, brownish rock color. And I will get better at my crystals. I say that every time, but I apologize and bear with me. Pile 2 is tan, and then pile 3 is the clear quartz. So pause it, breathe in, breathe out, and just go with whatever you feel called to. And like always, you may have more messages in more than one of the piles. And I'm so excited to have you here. I hope to be doing more videos regularly. If, as always, you can follow me on my Instagram. Do you have a TikTok? And you can message me down below and I can do a private reading for you as well. I also do workshops, empowerment workshops, because the point of my readings are to bring clarity and confidence to you, no matter where you are in your life. So let's get started. I'm really excited. Please leave comments, share if any of this resonated or it didn't. I would love to know. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys in pile one. All right, pile number one, welcome. If this is the stone that you chose, or just went with pile number one because you like pile one, this is your reading for ancestral trauma. Already off the bat, I'm feeling very indecisive, like I couldn't even get my words out. I feel very like scatterbrained almost, like I almost forgot like what was the point of my video for a second. I like spaced out. I feel like I'm kind of spacing out. All right, I think I'm going to need to grab a crystal to hold on to ground me. Maybe you guys are just great thinkers. Maybe you guys are just in the clouds. Maybe some of you guys are going through an awakening. Very much in my head. Very, very much in my head right now. All right, let's see what we have. Let's get started with some of these. Rest and rejuvenates. Toil and labor. Oh my God, if there wasn't a more perfect yin and the yang balance of I was just gonna say, you guys need to rest because you work so hard. We have 4, we have foundation. You guys are always protected. I feel for sure some of you guys have been going through an awakening. There is this sense of, there's a sense of loneliness too, though. Somebody came forward. I don't know. This could be just for someone specific. I just heard you'll end up lonely. I don't know if there is a lot of workaholics in this pile. I do also feel like some of you are lost. It's like you've never been able to find your niche as to what you're doing because it's like you were already told what you were going to be doing. I don't know if there's family businesses, if there's just no direction almost at the same time. I feel like some of you in this pile did not have your father in your life. And remember, guys, take what resonates. These messages are coming through very fast. I just get this feeling like there's been such hard work. I have a lot of your ancestors coming forward saying we work really, really hard, but then it's like you have nothing to show for it sometimes in the end. Definitely getting the message here to release your need for materialistic, to feed your ego. Some of you may be going through a balance of needing to find the balance between your ego and letting go of this, because this may have been how you were brought up your entire life to show what's kind of value it has, I guess. But that's kind of not who you are. I feel like you have always been called to something else, definitely called to service of some type of, I don't know, some of you guys are healers in your own right. It's like you don't believe in resting. There's no hustle. There's a hustle mentality. And I get it. I mean, I totally understand it, right? But there's just this sense of loneliness. And like nothing is ever good enough. Let me pull two tarot. Cool. I just feel like, I don't know if there's issues with mental illness here too. Not anything, not anything crazy. Just maybe it's just a very scattered brain. I don't. You know what? It's not even mental illness. It's just like it feels like it because there's just so much on my mind. Like you either take care of a lot. Some of you came from very big families. The world in reverse. Yeah, it's like no matter what I do, I'm never going to win. I'm never going to have the things I really want, but I've worked so hard for. I don't know if someone in your family throughout the line maybe, I don't know, messed up the family name, or it was viewed that way even though it really wasn't. Or you yourself are not as attached to the family that you come from, maybe your mother or father. It's just like there's no winning, you don't see a happy ending at all. 10 of Wands, yeah, in reverse. It's complete opposite. It's so funny. Like you need to let this go. The message that they're coming to you is like you need to let this go to reset, release this trauma on this lineage, because this has been a cycle. You're searching for answers. I feel like some of you guys are searching for answers. Some of you guys are ADHD. Maybe that's why I'm so scatterbrained. Like I feel heavy, but like it's also like you don't want to deal with it too, even though you know. I don't know. This is weird. Yeah, the artist. Okay. I feel like some of you guys are searching for answers. You're searching for answers to understand why, but you already know the why. I just got this in. Like I just keep hearing you already know the why, and you are not them, and they are not you. Some of you guys may not even talk to your family, not close. And you're healing this because you're realizing that setting boundaries will allow you to rest and rejuvenate. It will allow you to live the life that you want to live, so that way you can feel like you can achieve anything, that you don't have to carry the burdens that have been laid upon you, because this pile, you guys have been carrying the weight. Your mothers did, your grandfathers did. It goes back. It goes way back. And maybe for whatever reason, the fathers were always out of the picture because of some type of something. And that kind of just got culled. I mean, and remember, this could be your mom's mom, your great, who knows how many times it goes back, but it affected your ancestry, like throughout time. So you're looking for answers on something that not even they had the answers to. That's why I felt so lonely. Yeah, you guys are healing this because you're recognizing it. You're taking the time to stop and say, hey, I understand what's going on. Hey, I don't want this for my future and whatever happens in my life moving forward. but you got this. There's no reason to second guess yourself. You are creating anew. Look at this. These are all upright. You were able to do what you have the ability to manifest and create whatever's you want. You don't have to be so strong. Keep the passion that you have. It's like you don't understand why. It's like, why couldn't they do it, but I can do it? Well, because you were chosen to fix this and to heal this. You were chosen for this. And you carried a lot of the burdens that you didn't need to carry. And I just feel very called to tell you guys, it wasn't your place. But it did happen so you could then in turn recognize what needs to be healed for future generations tied to you. All right, let's look into your last two. Oh my gosh, blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah, you're, like I said, you're looking for answers from other people. You're looking for the why. You're not going to find it. And I think even if you found it, you're not going to like the answer because it's not as in depth. It's not as tangible like you want it to be. And you can't keep blaming yourself for certain things. You can't keep blaming them. It happened. I just keep hearing it happen. Let's move forward. Let's move on. Move on with your life. Your life. This is why he's by himself, resting, rejuvenating, for creating their own foundation, their own tree of life. I keep hearing right. It's not just blood family. Who's your family? They don't have to be blood. It's your chosen family. You have people in your life who care and support for you. Don't keep looking for others who you know. Don't keep looking it from someone that you know you're not going to get what you want or what you need actually. And trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Do it. Like, you already know. This is so amazing. Oh my God, I just get such good feelings with this pile. I just want to hug you guys. I want to hug you because you're just so much in your thought. You need to get grounded. There's a lot of Taurus, Virgos, I just keep hearing it. Guys, I just want to tell you, I want to give you pile one. My battery died. I just wanted to come back on here and finish where I left off. Just saying, trust your path. You know who the people are there for you, who love you, who support you. You are healing something that has been missing in your lineage, and your ancestors have come through very clearly to tell you you are loved, you are so protected and supported, and they know it gets lonely, but they're with you. I will end your pile here, pile one. If you would like to know more or ask questions, please feel free to email me. I am open for private readings, and I will see you guys in pile number two. Bye, guys. All right, pile number two. If you chose the 10, this is your reading for what is any ancestral trauma that needs to be brought up from your ancestors and your guides. Let's get into two oracles first, and then we'll get into some tarot. Ooh, main male, disconnect, and boredom. How funny. There's a lot of connection in other readings that I did today with this. This is interesting. Maybe you had a reading from me and you are also watching this pick a card reading. I just got this overwhelming feeling. Obviously, we have main male and this disconnect. Some of you may not have had your father in your life, maybe not yours, but it does go back a little bit. Maybe they're not in your life now. I feel the sense of, I have an ancestor coming forward. If they were in the war, if they were a veteran of some type, they're coming through saying that, and they came through saying that there's not anything to feel sad or feel. Look at the rainbow at the bottom. It's so crazy. This is the first time that I have noticed this in this card. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, this is crazy. It's taking a turn. I feel like some of you have come out. It's Pride Month, and this is a timeless reading, but if you are watching it during this time, maybe it was hard for you to come out. Maybe you disconnected because you were. This is, remember, this is only for a few, but coming out at a time where you couldn't. They had to disconnect from home. It could have been the trauma. Just living the life that they were not meant to live, almost pretending, imposter syndrome. Just feeling like you don't belong. Maybe you're old soul too. Maybe you feel like you just don't belong. You know, when you just like, I know I am one, listen to oldies all the time. You just don't have a set foundation. It's like you can't find, you know, it's a big group of people. Like you're just not, you do, I feel like tongue twisted. My apologies. You're just like a loner. You know, you like to do your own thing, you like to do, but you also miss out on other things because you're afraid of certain things. Maybe that's where this is coming from, because they did a lot of your ancestors. There's some ancestral trauma. I think of being gay, being, if there was a lesbian. I feel like this was someone though. Maybe someone came out later on. Let's keep going. Spirit, let's clarify. Let's clarify this. What is any ancestral trauma? What is being brought up with the name now? Yeah, the well in reverse. Yeah, I feel like 10 of Wands. Yeah, they carried a burden. Secrets. There's a lot of secrets here. Maybe you've always known. Maybe it had to be covered up for the better of the family. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like motherly energy is here. I feel like you have a lot of the women in this pile. You guys have a lot of grandmothers coming through, a lot of mother nurturing energy that knew had to take care, but then we had to put this persona on to pretend and be like, everything's fine. We can't bring attention. We can't disgrace the family. So you then had to carry a lot of burdens. There was no spontaneity. You always wondered, what can you do? What would my life be like? But it was like, no, this is your life. You don't get to pick and choose. Somewhere along that line, that's what happened. I really hear that idea of it. Like, you don't need to keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with where you are in life, because society says, because people say, what will it look like? You do care a lot what other people say. And this just brings a lot of emotional stress. I feel there's a lot of depression in this pile. You may struggle with it. And maybe substance abuse took place. Yeah. A lot of fighting. A lot of fighting, a lot of, yeah, because of depression. It just feels very lonely. Very lonely. But you're healing this. I don't know. I feel like some of you recognize maybe you had a problem. It wasn't like a full blown out problem, but you realize the traits or your substance that you would lean on, whether it's alcohol, getting drunk, whether it's, you know, dabbling in something that you know you shouldn't be dabbling in too much of. I feel like that has always been in your family. I don't think it's been talked about. So when it was ever brought up to your attention, or other people in your family do it, like, you're like, I don't understand, like, oh, I can't believe, like, it's like out of nowhere. But the truth is, it's always just been covered up. It's always been covered up because somewhere along the line, someone had to be and pretend to be somebody they weren't. And it's kind of just carried over. So what I'm really taking from this is just be yourself. You will be loved. You will be supported by the right people. Don't hide. Don't hide anything, who you are, you know, what you believe in, your beliefs. There's a lot of limited beliefs in this ancestry line, and that's what you're kind of changing. You're like, okay, it's not back then, it's now. And you are your own person. You're an adult. You can make your own choices and have your own thoughts. You're really changing your perspective a lot on things. And I think traveling will help you. I think talking to like-minded individuals who can help you see different perspectives will help. Let's get into these other oracles. Yeah, you've been feeling stuck. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. It's time for a change. That's what I was just going to say. Travel. You have felt so stuck, like you had to be. Either you, this is going off a whole nother, maybe just for one, I just got this message. You may have been like waiting. It's like you were afraid you couldn't move. You may have had a very overbearing, not overbearing, but just like did anything your dad said, or the woman was always, that's why maybe all this mother energy is coming through. It's just been hard for you to get your emotions together because they were just so sad. A lot of stay-at-home moms just felt very sad. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yeah, it's so funny because I'm being reminded for the first time in this reading that love needs to be at the center. I was feeling very like resentment, like cold, very cold. But it's time, my loves, to forgive. Forgive yourself first and always, right? Don't put so much stress, and you can only control yourself and your reactions, and you can't give that power to anybody else. Whoever this person is in your life, doesn't have to be male, could be female too, but there's someone who dominated, and this has been consistent through this trauma in your ancestry line. But a lot of women are coming through saying, we love you, we've protected you the best we could, but it's time to make this change that you need in your life. I feel even now you struggle to think that things could change for you, but you need to leave this past. A lot of you have been doing some shadow work, and you need to keep it up, set some intentions with the moon, but it's time to leave the past in the past. Ooh, you guys, this was kind of heavy. I feel very jittery. I am sending you guys lots of love and light, and it's not in a bad way. It's just you're nervous and excited about what's to come, because for the first time you have hope. You have hope to be who you want to be, think your own thoughts, and not almost be like a robot. But anyways, let me know if this resonated. Please like, share, comment, email me if you'd like a private reading, and I'll see you guys in pile number 3. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the clear quartz, this pile is yours. Let's get into your reading for any ancestral trauma that wants to be brought forth by your guides, your ancestors, and any angels. Right now, I just felt a presence of angels. You guys are very protected with some angels. Some of you guys are very dedicated, because I just felt a couple come through. All right, let's get into some oracle cards. Passion ignited. Ooh, I like. And mature woman. Ooh, I like this energy, guys. All right, a lot of you guys are being given the opportunity that a lot of your family and ancestors did not have, and that was to go after what it is you really want. There is a lot of criticism, don't get me wrong, that runs in your family. Lots of gossip, lots of like, I don't know, I just keep hearing a lot of gossip, but not in a bad way, right? I do feel like some of you are not pursuing, or are not in the job field, school, whatever it is. You're just not pursuing your true passion. And a lot of your ancestors are coming forward right now to say, what are you doing? We didn't sacrifice. We didn't have to go through these certain things. Not that they're upset with you, but they're just saying like, why? You know, look at the inner of this. I look at the inside of this, and it's like somebody dancing, you know, lifting their arms, surrendering. a lot of you guys need to surrender to who you really are and what really makes you happy. I keep hearing like status is important, or you feel like I'm already here, what will happen? I feel like a lot of, I'm not sure if this is a lot of, if there are women watching this pile, but this is for them. It may be a select few. You are in a relationship. You do not need to be in one anymore. You know it's not right for you. An older woman is saying this right now, like it's time to move on. You can't keep waiting for something. It's like some of you are waiting. You're waiting for someone to change. It's like I keep hearing the right time. Oh, well, it's got to be the right time. Well, let me wait till this is done. And before you know it, life passes you by. She's just waiting by the window, and here she's older. What are you going to regret? Is there regret? Maybe this may be the trauma. There's a lot of regret. Like, in that, I should have got that. A lot of your messages coming through are like, man, you got this opportunity. I would have done this. You get to do this. Why don't you do that? And it's like you're just stuck. Like you're not moving. Why are you not moving? Pile 3. Additional messages for pile 3. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you are not in control of your emotions. You've given your power to someone else, and this is the trauma. Okay, whether it's man or woman, but there's a lot of strength in reverse. Okay, this makes more sense. You have given your power away to someone. I don't know if you guys are married, but you let it also, if you're not in a relationship, you give it away. You give it away to someone else, and you seek happiness because based on the way other people, what other people do for you, what other people, it's just other people. Like I just keep hearing, like, you are not living and making yourself happy. Like your strength, your power, you've given it up. I don't know if some of you guys have been manipulated. Okay, there's a lot of messages coming through. They just said yes, yes, yes. There's a lot of manipulation, or you may have been manipulated, and it's hard for you to trust moving forward, but most importantly, trust yourself. I feel like the trauma here has always been very gullible, not gullible, but it's just like you put your hands, it's like putting your life in someone else's hands almost. And you lost yourself. This wasn't just per se you, but like they lost themselves. This is a continuous trauma of losing your power to someone else, feeling very weak, your self-confidence, your self-esteem. You do not feel strong. You don't feel able to try. There's a lot of inner issues going on here. This causes, yeah, I just heard some of y'all's mothers were just not dependable or reliable because they were lost in another man. The man was more important. All right, let's get into 2 more. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Yes, my loves, you cannot change the past, you cannot change them, but you can change yourself and your perspective. And every day is a new day, my loves, and you get the opportunity. And look at this purple. Oh, I love it. It's just like you have the ability to accept yourself. No one else needs to accept you. And if they don't, like you're still a badass. You still go after it. Like you have to understand that you can fail, you will make mistakes, but so what? Doesn't make you a bad person. Does not make you a bad person, but you got to get a control on your emotions, and this is what you're changing. This is the trauma that has kind of been passed down. It's like, and then I just heard the opposite. Some of you guys is like the opposite, like, no, be in control. I got this. And it's very hard for you to let other people in. And it takes that in a relationship. I feel like it's holding you back from the relationship you would like to have. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Yep. A lot of you guys, I feel like some of you guys may be counselors. Some of you guys may be fellow light workers also here, which could be the pain that you had to endure to gain the wisdom and the enlightenment that you had to go through to be where you are right now. But this is a reminder. I just heard you can't be alone. You are beautiful. You are meant to be teaching whatever it is that you yourself have gone through, whether it is any type of trauma. Yeah, it's just your wisdom, your experiences you're meant to be sharing. And I just heard some of you guys who are on the path of your awakening. I don't know if it's a Kundalini awakening. You need to seek out a mentor. You need to seek out someone who can just guide you, even if you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Victoria. Once you feel, or you just feel called to learn more, or some of you are like, I want to get into Reiki, or I want to do this. Like I was there too myself. Look for a teacher, look for a mentor. You need a mentor in your life to kind of guide you in the direction that you're feeling called. Because I feel like some of you are feeling called and you're feeling kind of lost and unsure of yourself. Yes, this is where I will end your reading pile number 3. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. And please like, comment, share if this resonated, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.